Hello there.
Hello.
So, what we're doing here is I'm going to be reading this dumb little meme thing I made like 5 years ago called the Zaibatsu Wrestling Federation story, which is a...
Okay. Fucking hold up. You've been talking up this to me for like a month now, and only now I'm realizing this is like 5 years old.
Yeah, because I made it like it was like just before Liam left the Best Friends.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
I think I posted it like within a week of that happening, like just before it happened. So not only is it like a bunch of like Best Friends memes, basically just strung together into a storyline. It's like even then some of these memes were really old, but now it's like 5-year-old memes.
So now it's hitting peak decade level old memes. You want to give context to who Liam is?
So, if you're not familiar, the Super Best Friends, originally 2 best friends, there's Matt, Pat, Wooly, and Liam, and they were just this Let's Play group. Then, basically, the whole thing fell apart, and now they're all... Like, Matt and Liam occasionally work on stuff together, like mainly like Life is Strange Let's Plays. Pat and Wooly are still doing a podcast together, but now it's basically Pat Stares At, Wooly versus Matt McMuscles, and Rising Superstream. I think
Superstar Liam.
Yeah, I think Matt is like probably the one who's... He and Wooly probably the ones doing the best because they're still making YouTube stuff, whereas Pat just streams all day now. But at least he actually...
I would argue that, like, I'd say it goes Matt, Pat, Wooly, Liam, because Pat's streams are still fucking hilarious.
It's not about like the quality of it. I mean, just like Pat's just kind of just doing the one thing now, and it's all just like unedited stuff, and it's like at least, but Wooly's got his shows, like he's got his Guilty Gear Lore videos and stuff, and then you got Matt with a bunch of stuff like What Happened. I love that.
Or Wooly versus God.
I love that Wooly and Matt both had plans to make a show called What Happened, but Matt got to it first.
Got it.
Okay, so
What Happened is actually a really good show.
So that's all the context you're getting. There will be some jokes here that would probably need to be explained, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna let it go. If you know the Best Friends, you might get a laugh. If you don't, even God can't help you anymore. So,
for context, I'm a massive Best Friends fan, and I'm probably gonna get all of these.
Yeah, so that's kind of thing is because I think for sure Shah here has some really good reactions. I really like his reactions to some of like the just dumb ideas I come out with. Like one time we're talking about what if Batman fought Kazuma Kiryu, and it was just this.
Fucking go! It's the coolest shit.
So it's just all this dumb shit. I do actually have that. The tweets that started that I do actually have that saved as a bookmark. So we could do something with that as well at some point. But for now, all we're doing is
I'll voice over that.
So
wait, I just want to point out. No, my reaction just now was not rehearsed. That's just how I react to anything Kazuma Kiryu related.
Huge Yakuza mark, this fella.
Massive. You like. I think Snake can comfortably say this. I'm the biggest Yakuza fan you will ever meet.
Yeah. Before that, it would have been Pat, but then you compare you to the guy who says that Kashiwagi lived in Yakuza 3, and it's like, Pat, he wasn't alive at that point. They retconned it, but later, but at the time he was dead. He got shot, but
he's still right. No. He's right now.
That's not how that works. You can't be retroactively right.
He's right now. He's alive now, isn't he? He's still alive now, isn't he?
I fucking hate. Anyway, let's just. We can talk about Yakuza another time. If people like this type of video and we do more, we can talk about Yakuza another time, right? But for now, we're just talking about this Best Friends thing. So, Book 1, The Rage of El Wulio.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Already off to a great start.
Our story begins on the first Friday night fisticuffs of March, 4 weeks away from WrestleMania, the biggest event of the year. El Woolio is backstage preparing for his match. He realises that he has left his Lucky Hulk doll in the locker room. Before every match, as part of his usual ritual, Wooly rubs the doll for luck, and it rarely does him wrong. He heads back to the locker room to pick it up. However, as he enters, he discovers the doll has been shattered to pieces, broken completely beyond repair. Distraught, Wooly cannot compete in his match, prompting a quick replacement. Every night for the next week, Wooly is plagued with nightmares. He's in a black void. The only other entity present with him in the void is the Hulk doll. Wooly, why didn't you save me, Wooly? It asks. He reaches out, but it quickly fades away like Inafune. Wooly swears to avenge the Hulk doll. On week 2's episode of Fisticuffs, Wooly's on the warpath. He storms around backstage, beating down scrubs, demanding answers. Eventually, he's called to the ring by the one claiming to be the culprit. Rage.
No! The Rage of Africa!
Wooly confronts Rage and is easily defeated. Rage tells Wooly he'll be waiting for him at WrestleMania. Defeated, Wooly returns backstage. Rising superstar Unseenable approaches, and Wooly confides that he can't defeat Rage and that the Hulk doll will forever go unavenged. Unseenable takes Wooly.
Does Unseenable? Does he have his Fruity Pebbles on him?
Most likely. It's all part of a balanced breakfast. You need that shit.
God damn it.
Unseenable takes Wooly to a local gym, bangs on a bit of Mick Gordon, and Wooly's inspired by the story of his hero, TJ Combo, to build himself back up from nothing. Wooly trains tirelessly until the 4th Fisticuffs, the final episode before WrestleMania that Sunday. He returns to the show and easily dispatches one of Rage's minions. Mr. McMuscles, CEO of Zaibatsu Wrestling Federation, approaches the ring with contracts, which the two Ebony Goliaths sign, locking down their match at the pay-per-view.
Ah, yes! The Ebony Goliaths from God Hand.
And so...
Wait a second. Wait. Hold up. What happened to Lord Evilak? Wasn't he the fucking head of this?
That's later.
Oh.
And so, having a firm grasp of hype culture, Mr. McMuscles moves the title match up to allow El Woolio vs. Rage grudge match to headline WrestleMania. The match is intense, vicious, brutal. Wooly is pushed to his absolute limits, but somehow, some way, he manages to pull through and gets the 3 count on Rage to the thunderous elation of the Montreal crowd. And thus...
Yeah!
I'm going to edit that out.
No, that was cute. You better fucking not. No, I'm kidding.
And thus, Wooly's able to lay the Hulk doll Fuck.
No, you cannot edit that out. That has to fucking stay in.
Yeah.
The spit of the Hulk doll.
And thus, Wooly is able to lay the Hulk doll's restless spirit to rest. One would think our tale ends here, but there is one thing that remains to be explained. Why did Rage take the time to sneak into the locker room and destroy a toy? Why would he dedicate a whole month of his existence to targeting Wooly? You see, dear reader, or listener in this case, Rage is not a man. He is a force of nature, a malevolent, ephemeral entity not bound to a single body. Rage's current body was at the end of its tenure, and he was in desperate need of a replacement. This was where Wooly came in. Rage saw the potential in Wooly. This is why he did what he did. He aimed to fill Wooly's heart with both hate and a drive to improve. To achieve retribution, Wooly pushed himself beyond any limit Rage's current host possessed. As his body lay broken in the ring, the Rage of Africa transferred his essence into Wooly's body. With the soul transfer complete, Rage takes full control and transforms Wooly into his final terrifying form. Final terrifying form, the Black Super Predator.
No!
Yes.
No! Yo, hold up! Fucking! You son of a bitch! No! That's not cool, man.
It's
Wait.
from the movie
Wait a minute.
Predators.
Wait a minute. I thought the Predator was black.
The actor who played them, yes, usually. I think in AVP there might not have been, but typically it is black like basketball stars playing them.
Wait, why is he... okay, what makes him the super black Predator? Is it because it's rage?
Yeah, basically. And he's a predator because he's got the dreads.
Yes. Yes, the superpowers flow through him. It's the rage of Africa.
Yeah. So.
And before anyone starts canceling us for that, that was the joke in the... Oh, I'm giving context. My mistake. I should
That's a fine one. That's fine context.
Okay. Yeah, that's the joke. He was made by Wooly. Wooly is from Grenada. He's a black dude. He is from Africa.
So,
although he didn't make him, his brother made him.
Yeah. So like that. This is mostly based on jokes they made. So that's context that does need to be there because people will be dumb otherwise. So
It'll be dumb either way, man.
yeah, book 2. If it
Also, I just want to point out. You're wearing black and I'm wearing, white-ish. It's grey. It's close enough.
I'm wearing a shirt from the video game Control.
I thought that was because you're a controlling douchebag.
No. So book 2. If it bleeds.
Sandbag.
Now the host of Rage of Spirits, Wooly aims to find a worthy opponent to challenge him. His first order is to kick in the door of Mr. McMuscle's office and threaten to eternally imprison the super awesome Mrs. McMuscles within the dark dimension known only as the Wooly Hole if he does not agree to his demands.
I thought this was gonna go to in the dark dimension known as Canada.
Wooly's sole demand for the ZWF to host a tournament at that month's pay-per-view, a tournament now discarded from the pay-per-view lineup, the Lord of the Scrubs, which is a play on King of the Ring. Mr. McMuscles has no choice Mr. McMuscles has no choice but to acquiesce to Wooly's demands. In the lead-up to the tournament, a number of qualifier matches are held across the numerous fisticuffs episode to determine the 8 combatants who will compete in the tournament proper. 2 notable events take place during this time. First is the return of a legend of the ZWF, the enigmatic Punishment, a mythical figure who appears only when he is needed. His identity remains a mystery, though many suspect him to be Mr. McMuscle's personal bodyguard.
God damn it, Snake!
A warrior of mythical proportions, he qualifies with no problem. The second event occurs during the second week. After utterly destroying an opponent and qualifying for the tournament, Wooly is approached by Jerry the Predator, his tag partner, with whom he formed the Dreaditors.
Okay,
Jerry.
that part I did not know about. I don't even know who Jerry the Predator is.
From the LP, Predator Concrete Jungle.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So yeah, so like in the
of course you're gonna go. You're gonna go for the most deep cut references.
Jerry tries to get through to Wooly, but his efforts prove fruitless. He then challenges Wooly to a match, which results in Jerry being savagely beaten and ultimately killed. Seeing the carnage and remembering the times he had worked with Jerry in the past against corrupted Shinnok and the alien menace, retired superstar Maximilian declares his entrance into the tournament to avenge his fallen friend, like Johnny Cage in the Mortal Kombat movie. I really
wait. Retired Maximilian. That's Maximilian, dude, right?
Yeah, like the corrupted Shinnok and alien menace thing is reference to Assist Me. It's like that's canon.
So by the way, people, knowing about the best friends isn't gonna be enough. You're gonna have to know about Maximilian, dude, as well. This is just a love letter to Snake's favorite YouTubers, fucking, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
It basically is.
Maximilian was once one of the most prolific superstars in the ZWF, having helped Mr. McMuscles clean up the mean streets of Montreal during the latter's brief political career.
Hey, every wrestler has a brief political career. Just look at Jesse Ventura.
He was crowned champion in the previous Lord of the Scrubs tournament. However, his hubris led to his downfall as he became a dark, twisted version of his former self, a Scrub Lord. He was eventually restored to his old self by his treasured friends following a savage battle with Mr. McMuscles. Max's guilt over the incident led to his retirement from competition, and the wounds Mr. McMuscles received in the battle forced him to retire as well. Despite these events and the fear that he may once again become twisted into a vile scrub lord, Max cannot stand for the injustice Wooly has committed and vows to see him defeated, even if he must lose himself to the Dark Hado to do so.
Does he? Okay, this better end with him doing a fucking. I keep forgetting what a Shungoku Satsu. This has to fucking end with that.
Mr. McMuscles arranges a training camp for the competitors, aside from Wooly, adamant that the Super Predator must not win the tournament, else he gain ultimate power and merge the Earth realm with the Wooly Hole.
The fucking crossing over. Oh god. Oh god.
In the end, they can only hope one of the 7 can emerge victorious. Each competitor vows to give it their all to ensure the best man goes through and defeats Wooly. The 8 competitors in the tournament are as follows: Wooly, Maximilian, The Punishment, Cactus Pat, Unseenable, Kenny, Agent Francis York Morgan, and Zubaz.
Okay. I'm gonna just point out, it's just Kenny, just fucking Kenny himself. Probably an Eddie Gordo outfit. I'm gonna pick Cactus Pet because that motherfucker's gonna kill everyone.
Warren is later found murdered in the locker room. Life is strange, Warren.
There it is.
The security footage shows no one else in the room when Warren receives a vicious FU from an invisible assailant. Reptile is forced to flee as he is believed to be the only person the security cameras cannot see.
Hey, look at that! We got MK in on this as well. That'll get the views.
Oh yeah, I can say that this is MK11.
Yeah,
I've mentioned it. I can put it in the tags.
I mean, hey, to be fair, it'd be a better story than what we got.
Everything comes to a head at the pay-per-view at the end of the month. Wait.
Hey, fellas, check it out. This is your wasted potential for the month. Leave him alone now.
This is the MK11 critique.
Jesus Christ, man.
Wooly proceeds almost unmatched, utterly annihilating York in the first round and the Baz in the second. As Max and Punishment prepare to face off in the second semi-final match, Wooly realizes that the planets are now perfectly aligned for his dark plan, and he intrudes on the match, jump-starting the final match as a 2-on-1, Maximilian and Punishment, the new Metro Cruisers, versus Wooly, the Black Super Predator of Africa. The battle is intense. Max is forced to unleash his ultimate power. Benny leaps into the ring and fuses with Max, transforming into Maximilian von Benny Wolf. Picture Max's Benny customization of Saber Wolf, which is another Mortal Kombat thing because that's what Nightwolf does in the cartoon.
So technically speaking, this is fusion versus fusion.
Yes.
On technicality.
Even with this added power, Wooly is still too powerful. Punishment takes a mortal blow for Max, giving Max the adrenaline, anger, and sheer determination to perform a top-tier ultra combo on Wooly, expelling Rage's essence from his body and scattering it to the winds. In the confusion, Punishment disappears, presumably to heal through the Punish Sleep. The Punish Sleep. Because apparently he is Odin Allfather now. Max is hailed as a hero, but returns to the position of announcing, as Takahata had filled in for him on commentary, and his shit spewing had become canon.
That's Takahata 101 for people who are wondering.
Wooly, meanwhile, mourns the death of his friend and tag partner. And that's the end of book 2.
Is there a book 3?
Yes, of course. There's like 7 of these.
Oh, you have to let me read one of these out. I'm too curious to see what would happen if I read one of these.
Book 3. I'm really feeling the storm.
Oh, dude, let me read this one out. You have to.
Oh, you bitch.
Hey, I let you have the first two.
I wrote it. You absolutely.
Yeah, I did. I figured it's like might as well not disrupt it, but fuck it. It's not like this has any structure in the first place. Oh man. Book 3. Oh, I'm seeing the pictures. Oh my god. You know what? I'm not even gonna trap them. I'm just gonna get right into it. Book 3. I'm really feeling the storm.
I'm really feeling
Enraged
the storm.
by his defeat of... Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Enraged by his defeat at Wooly's hands, Zubaz assembles a new stable to seek revenge, despite everyone knowing Wooly was not at fault. The Order of the Stormfeelers makes its presence known by assaulting Wooly in the hospital while he recovers from his injuries he sustained at the Lord of the Scrubs. Very Attitude Era. Hearing of this, Unseenable forms his own team, the Super Best Friends, to defend Wooly and defeat the Stormfeelers. He recruits Cactus Pat, Plague of Gripes, and Cranky Construct to face the threat of Zubaz, Fembaz, Bless, and Kenny. Fucking Bless, of course. You put way too much thought into this, man. The two teams clash multiple times before Baz recruits Jake Conway, turning the tide of the conflict with his rampant, dry-humping, and giant hands. Not gonna laugh. During a 4-on-4 no DQ tag match on the 4th week, 4-4-4, Fembaz interferes and all 5 Stormfeelers beat down the best friends. Suddenly, El Wulio's entrance music hits, but he himself is nowhere to be seen on the ramp. Instead, he emerges from a hole in the center of the ring, oh god, crawling out of the woolly hole to strike... strike back against the Baz and prove his innocence. Because beating the Baz will do that, apparently. By the way, that's how it's written. The 10 competitors face off in a Hell in a Cell match at that month's pay-per-view. Hell in the Hole. 10 out of 10. Oh god. Oh god. Your writing is infecting me, sir. During the match, the best friends struggle to battle Fembaz as their mild-mannered Canadian lifestyle has taught them to never strike a lady. Except Plague, who slaps her shit in. Oh, fucking! I mean, he's a farm boy. Of course he's gonna hit the. Of course he's gonna hit her. Jake saves Fembaz from the scary man from the woods. I didn't even read that. Only to then be drained with a pipe wrench by her when he attempts to perform sex at her. Sounds like a fucking 15-year-old wrote that line. Fembaz, like Batman, disappears into the night. Cactus Pat forces Kenny.
I didn't put like Batman. That's an embellishment from this despicable human being. I would never make a Batman reference.
Yeah, you're not NetherRealm.
See,
Cactus Pat.
What was envisioned is less disappearing like Batman and more like getting drunk and running off into the woods and telling Jacob that's a stupid idea. If you get that reference,
running away like. I'm gonna
go camping.
Skeletor.
Now you get it.
Okay. God damn it. Okay, wait. Back to it. Stop fucking laughing. Back to it. Cactus. Also, by the way, this video is definitely demonetized because I keep swearing every 5 seconds and I can't help myself. Back to the reading. Cactus Pat forces Kenny to confront the sins and failures of his past, causing him to break down in tears. What a bitch. Max feels sympathy upon hearing of Kenny's predicament, but upon learning it is not his close friend Kenny, but Kenny from The Walking Dead, he promptly ceases giving a shit. Bless is eliminated when Cranky's animal costume makes Bless think he's high again and leaves to sober up for good. Hey, he got into rehab. In the end, Zubaz taps to Woolie's new dreadlock holds, which, for people who want to know, is strangulation with his dreads. Smart move. Woolie sees the Force ghost of Jerry and the Hulk doll. Not in his... Go, my son! Who not in his direction before once more fading away. It's like the end of JoJo Part 3 where Joseph's ghost looks back at him. You're the only one left. I'm imagining the Hulk doll saying, "You're the man now, dog!" Bass is then arrested on an assault charge, which was held off until the competition of the much more significant feud. He is sentenced to 20 years in the Konami slave pits. I would rather be murdered. Kojima voice? Kojima vows to ask Baz if he liked it once his sentence is up. Kojima's gonna make a fucking Zubaz video game.
So, to quote Kojima...
Book 4.
I'm reading this. Did you like it?
Oh, fuck! I should have read this one. I should have waited for this one.
Book 4, Sadness. The final emotion.
It's the emotion.
Observing the power vacuum left by Zubaz, David Cage attempts to form his own faction to seize control. He forms a pact with the Dark Lord Evilak, who desires the remains of Rage's essence. So who desires the remains of Rage's essence so he can seize the Kamidogu.
See? More MK references. This is all you're getting, boys.
Wally leaves on vacation to fully recuperate after the shitstorm he's been through. Cage recruits the Shockmaster.
Does he go to Madden Town?
Probably. Cage recruits the Shockmaster, Tour Guide Nixon, and Hot Dog Man into his faction, the eternal masters of tactical insertion of nonsense. Emotion assaults various superstars backstage
there it is.
and during matches, leading to the incapacitating injuries of Francis York Morgan, Tiger Millionaire, and Gorilla Munch. York is the only one anyone cares about, leading to Cactus Pat swearing to avenge him and defeat Cage.
He just wants to beat up Cage, let's be honest.
Yeah. Pat calls in Unseenable, York's adorable tag partner and fellow former tag team champion Zach McMuscles, and Cranky.
Oh, not the cat, man.
Plague is said to be too busy farming crops on his creepy RE4 farm to get involved. In the third week, a time portal.
By the way, he's not talking about the character. He's talking about the real life person.
In the third week,
I think we had some lag there.
Yeah. In the third week, a time portal opens and a cyborg Pat from the future, known as Patron 4000, arrives to warn of Cage's true master, whose powers will convince the world that Cage is a genius game designer, funding his next project and creating the darkest timeline. Where are you going?
I'm done.
Come back, you bitch.
I'm fucking done.
No, you're not. You get
fucking.
You sit down right now, young man.
Cyborg Pat.
Yes. I don't know where that came from. I don't remember. I think it's just because he called himself Patron in like one Dark Souls Let's Play, and thus I decided he must be a robot.
You see, I'm reading this, and I'm reading it out in two different ways: either patron, like Patreon, or Patron, like the drink.
4,000 shots of Patron. He is swiftly defeated by the Shockmaster's secret electric powers. Cranky's outfit is revealed to be insulated, making him immune to the Shockmaster's powers, allowing him to defeat him. Cage begins recruiting new followers through the use of his master's dark powers. On week 4, Zack is assaulted backstage by tour guide Nixon, prompting Mr. McMuscles himself to explosively enter the fray, in spite of his recent skiing injury that occurred conveniently around the same time Punishment was injured. He reveals himself to have been wearing a fat suit to keep up the facade of a has-been, while secretly maintaining the physique of a Greek god. And that's where that picture of Matt's head superimposed over Vince McMahon comes in. Because what the fuck, Vince?
Why did you explain it? Why did you explain it, goddammit?
He finds Nixon and destroys him with his patented Skullovania finisher. Mr. McMuscles officially joins Pat's team for the newly cemented match at the pay-per-view 2 days later. Cage uses the dark arts to convince the board of directors of his great ideas, prompting the PPV to be rebranded as Omicron, a convention dedicated to Cage's perfect work of art. The match features Mr. McMuscles, Cactus Pat, Unseenable, and Cranky against David Cage, Hot Dog Man, and Fembaz and Kenny, both of whom have been brainwashed by Cage's black magic to believe in his cause. The Omicron theme of love is played for the duration of the main event as Mr. McMuscles battles Cage atop the steel cage. Cage uses his massive power to Cage uses his master's power to copy his opponent's physique, declaring, "Nano emotion, son." You stop reading along. You just listen, you bitch. Their battle is as manly as JoJo. Pat battles ferociously, destroying Hot Dog Man with ease. His comrades tell him to go on ahead while they deal with the brainwashed duo. Pat climbs the cell, mashing X as hard as he can, while a split screen shows the epic duel occurring at the top. Pat joins Mr. McMuscles against Cage in the final battle. Together, the two best friends stable emerges victorious when Pat tackles Cage off the cage, right through the announce table, breaking Cage in half and averting the worst timeline. Pat is rushed to the hospital while Mr. McMuscles works to undo Cage's dark magic, because he's also a warlock, I guess. Cage is forced to suffer through Omicron himself for the first time. He complains upon being killed that game over is a failure of game design. Upon being reminded that he designed Omicron, the shock of his hypocrisy renders Cage comatose. Mr. McMuscles calls Wooly to ask him to return, knowing he'll need the power of El Woolio by his side to face the coming threat.
Okay, I need you to stop for a second. Jesus Christ! I hate how the two best friends part actually got me excited and hyped because I'm that basic. I will also say, half the time when you kept saying Cage, I'm like, when did Johnny come here?
Yeah.
Also, disappointing Snake. It should have been Cage in a cage.
But emotions. So, do you want to read another
He didn't
one?
want to keep him. I would love to. He didn't want to keep it caged up.
You read book 5 then.
Okay, here goes. Book 5. Basically, the invasion angle, done right. But fuck that noise. A new
That is in the script. It does say, but fuck that noise.
Yeah. I almost said fuction. A new faction arrives to take control of the Federation. The Ustabaya.
Yes, that's correct. Do you not remember this?
Ustabayas.
Do you not remember the Ustabayas?
I do not.
You might remember as you read.
I might. Yeah, let's go with that. The Ustabayas consist of mercenaries and free agents, led by Takahata 101 of the Team 4-Star Private Military Company, and featuring legendary superstar Brendan Williams. Funny you say that, because he actually works in WWE now.
Yes.
And the dirtbag turncoats, Cranky and Plague. Turncoats. Taka lays claim to the ZWF for the TFS Empire, enraging Mr. McMuscles enough to make him break his phone with his grip. No, just keep reading, Sheriff. Keep reading. The Ustabayas make a name for themselves by calling out the ZWF's top-tier superstars. Wooly, still packing for his return, sees Brennan on TV and is crippled by inadequacy. Pat and Unseenable enter the ring and are soundly defeated by Cranky and Plague. Fucking jobbers. The latter two explain that they're tired of not being given the spotlight, and thus desire to replace Pat and Unseenable when Taka takes over the company. The Ustabayas, intentionally mispronounced as the Ustabays by their huge female fan following. Oh, I remember now.
That's what reminds you.
What? I fucking hate that of all things, it's the Ustabays that reminds me. My mind had locked it away for so long.
This is how I remind you of the Ustabayas.
The Ustabayas quickly become fan favorites in the ZW.
Hold on, you're breaking up. So,
all right.
Continue from Ustabays.
Shitty internet. Yeah. mispronounced as the Ustabes by their huge female fan following, quickly become fan favorites in the ZWF, making the prospect of facing them again even more bleak for our heroes. Luckily, Week 2 sees Mr. McMuscles giving an epic inspirational speech to Pat and Uncena before their match, in which they probably get their shit pushed in. I fucking love that. Morale is low at the ZWF, as various members of the roster defend the Ustabes. Oh, fuck, I mispronounced it. You know what? I'm just going to keep it like that. Leaving only the core three, Zach, Agent Francis York Morgan, Max, and interviewer Hitomi Jacob. Even co-commentator Super Bunny... God damn it. Even co-commentator Super Bunny Hop defects due to frustration over the constant accusations of him practicing the ancient tradition of blackface. Dude, you sure you want to leave that part in?
No, see, it's fine because it's accusations that are untrue. So the story's saying that he didn't do it. And it's not even my joke, it's the best friend's joke. If you got a problem with it, go blame them.
You can't blame them, they're not a thing anymore. It's like
Write into castlesuperbeastmail@gmail.com and ask them why they kept saying buddy up.
Son of a bitch. No! I doubt that either Pat, Wooly, or any of them will ever see this, but if they do, I am not affiliated with this man. It is all his fault. I don't know which way to point, because it's... Am I pointing right? I don't even know, man. Okay, good. Blame this man. He's British. You can't trust him. Can't trust him.
That's racist.
Hey, I'm brown. I can't be racist.
Got me there.
You see? Can't even deny it. By week 3, it becomes clear that the Ustabase has the crowd on their side for the upcoming match at the pay-per-view, whose name was voted by fans, Ustabase Takeover. Ustabase sounds like an RE6 monster. During the tag match between Pat and Uncenable and Frankie... Wait, wasn't the monster called Ustanok?
Yes, that's why it sounded like an RE6 monster. So,
there you fucking go.
Jake and Sherry being pursued by the Ustabayas.
Ustabays are dominant. Okay, during the tag match between Pat and Uncenable and Cranky and Plague, beautiful writing, in which the Ustabays are dominating, the lights go out suddenly. When they return, El Wolio is standing in the middle of the ring. He easily dispatches the Ustabase competitors and forces them to flee. I misread easy as easily. Wooly explains that he spent some time learning to harness the power Rage used after the soul transfer, and spent the next week teaching the other three how to do the same. Neither team competes in week 4, but training montages are shown with DBZ music for the Ustabase and Mick Gordon for the Zaibatsu. Okay, dub DBZ or sub DBZ? Those are different.
Dragon Ball Z abridged original music.
You chose correct. The pay-per-view arrives, and the two teams enter the ring. Being a tornado tag, a misnomer, as the match involves no actual tagging, nor tornadoes. True. All 8 competitors pair up and duke it out. Mr. McMuscles versus Takahata 101. Cactus Pat versus Plague of Gripes. Yeah, of course, the Baldies fight each other. El Wulio versus Brennan Williams. I'm not even going to make a joke about that, because that might actually get this channel banned. Unseenable versus Cranky Construct. Furry versus the Weeb. Alright, that works. The battle is grueling, but all 4 members of the Zaibatsu faction are able to overcome their opponents. Mr. McMuscles offers Takahata a hand, which he takes. The latter then experiences that the entire incident was part of the Z3 plan. What did I say?
Experiences.
Oh, Jesus. I went into auto mode there. The latter then I almost said it again. The latter then explains that the entire incident was part of the Z3 plan. An orchestrated recreation of the Yo Wrestling Alliance arc to test whether or not the Zaibatsu are ready to face the threat to come. Okay, wait. Before we go to the next one, there's 7 of these, right? The last one's DLC.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So I'll read the next 2. Well, I probably let you do 7, but
yeah, okay, fine.
6 has to be me. Book 6. Push Evilak for
Yeah, sure.
SummerSlam.
Evilak!
Mr. McMuscles takes center stage.
Let's do this.
Mr. McMuscles takes center stage on the first Fisticuffs episode of August to call Evilak out for the final confrontation. He even loops a clip of Pat asking, "Why are you such a coward, Evilak?" Suddenly, Ric Flair, the ancient Babylonian necromancer and herald of Evilak, arrives to announce his master having acquired a host body, using the remaining essence of rage to power hit the spell. He explains that Evilak will have taken over his host in just 4 weeks, conveniently just in time for the next pay-per-view. Evilak challenges the Morsels to choose their champions to test their might against Ric Flair and his 3 horrid experiments: Hot Dog Man, Suckles J. Fuckles, and Big the Cat.
Suckles! It's been too long.
Yeah, and I also gave him the full name of Suckles J. Fuckles, because why not? With the power of Evilak... Well,
will we have to fucking visualize this? Maybe, I don't know.
with the power of Evilak, the Zybatu forces are easily bested, rendering the entire previous arc pointless. Mr. McMuscles leaves the company in his wife's hands while he leads his team on a vision quest to unlock their full potential with assistance from the wise hermit, Jephthah. He teaches the Zybatu to harness a special power known only as stands.
Yeah, let's fucking go! Let's go!
See, this is why you're not allowed to...
Also, I'm a big JoJo fan.
Yeah, this is why you're not allowed to read along, because you have to just experience it as I read it. SummerSlam opens with Evilak's faction of demonic minions and corrupted heroes facing off with the rest of the ZWF roster. Mr. McMuscles delivers an epic speech to his team and says, "If we're going to win this battle, there could be no more secrets between us." He rips off his mask. He rips off his suit to reveal the wrestling attire of the punishment beneath. Yes, that. The Yakuza way. Additionally, Mrs. McMuscles, previously sent away by her husbando for her own protection, proves herself the best waifu by returning with a matching costume under the name Pun Pun Kill-chan.
No. Yeah, let's go! Pun, 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 pun. A toy gun, by the way, people. I don't know an actual gun. As far as you know.
She leads the Zybatu best. She leads the Zybatu best girl brigade and attends ringside and stops anyone from interfering by shooting people with her red 9. She just has one.
Ah, what a garbage gun to have.
The final match, naturally, is the climax of with the now swole Zaibatsu entering the ring to face Evilak's faction. Like, it's basically just like the Stardust Crusaders walking in to face Dio.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Ric Flair reveals the new host of Evilak, Reptile. Reptilak takes his Khan seat overlooking the match and reveals that his champions have also unlocked the power of stands. Please note, I've never actually watched JoJo, so I'm probably misrepresenting the concept of stands, but fuck it. I have since seen JoJo. I think it did a good job, even though I didn't really understand what stands were.
Oh, you actually wrote, please note, I've never actually watched JoJo.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what are you talking about? You talk about JoJo all the time.
Each warrior summons his stand as they pair off to do battle. Mr. McMuscles unleashes his stand, Papa Roach, allowing him to cut his life in 2 pieces, becoming 2 separate entities, Mr. McMuscles and Punishment. Ric Flair harnesses the...
I hate how much I love that. Ric Flair
harnesses the power of fellow Dark Lord Ozzy Osbourne to attack with vicious bites that inflict various status effects. Pat's stand, Maniac Agenda, represented as Pat as Ryder.
Ah, yes, Ozzy Osbourne.
You just got to the Ozzy Osbourne part, moved on to the fucking Maniac Agenda part. Are you that far behind?
Oh yeah. No, I think we lagged for a second. It's caught up.
Good. Right. So, Pat's stand, Maniac Agenda, represented as Pat as Raiden, sends him into a maniacal state of insanity with a red aura. Which wasn't supposed to be Ripper mode. It was just because Maniac Agenda, Maniac. But then I realised, oh yeah, it's basically just Ripper mode.
It's basically Ripper mode, yeah.
Suckles wields the power of Crush 40, which is the larger, more muscular version of his upper body designed to crush his enemies. El Woolio wields Mick Gordon, who carries a jukebox that plays hype music to empower its user. Big stand is Ted Poley, which is a massive version of his pet frog with the power to make people slow and tired, because obviously, right?
Oh, God.
Unseenable stand is Unseenable stand is Hatsune Miku, which grants him the ability to produce holograms of himself, as well as to control the digital space. Hot Dog Man stand is Fred Durst, harnessing the power of the chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
And the duck flavored water. Yeah, okay. You naughty. That's very good.
It's okay. It's okay for him to do that accent. Just so you know.
Yeah. Fun fact, I am brown despite how I look right now.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, my name is Shersha. I'm not a white dude.
Mr. McMuscles and The Punishment fight in perfect synchronicity against Ric Flair, performing a variety of tag moves that would have easily reduced Ric Flair's 3,000-year-old bones to dust were it not for the black magic Evil Act performed to grant him power. Ozzy manages to bite into Punishment. Ozzy manages to bite into Punishment's head to inflict poison, but Punishment was trained as a skeleton warrior, making him immune to toxic. Mr. McMuscles lifts Punishment with one hand, and Punishment curls up into a ball. Mr. McMuscles throws Punishment like a baseball, showcasing the ultimate tag move, the Skeleton Ball. The move blasts through Ozzy and strikes Flair, stripping him of his magical protection and reducing him to dust. Because people just fucking die in this show.
Yeah. Hey, it's good entertainment.
Suckles is repeatedly dodged by Pat, who performs a taunt which leaves Suckles in the butthurt state. Like a Metal Gear. He attempts to crush Pat with his stand's massive arm, only for Pat to enter Maniac mode and block the strike with both hands. He then throws Suckles' arm off of him, grabs it, and swings him into the air. He follows up with some air teleports, dodge cancels, and just evade before finishing Suckles with a parry into dive kick, forcing Suckles all the way back to the ground and through the announce table, splitting him wide open.
Jesus Christ! This has just become a celebrity death battle.
Only good. Mick Gordon plays Orca's theme, augmenting Wooly's speed.
Oh, man.
He easily outmaneuvers Big and keeps moving... Wait. Yeah, Suckles was last. This is Big. He easily outmaneuvers Big and keeps moving despite the latter's attempts to put him to sleep. He gets in close and switches to Shadow Jago's theme, allowing him to harness the remaining essence of rage and become a Shadow Lord. With his ultimate killer instinct unleashed like the Kallian V-Trigger, Big is soon eviscerated with an Ultra.
Yeah. That shouldn't be so cool, but it is. I love Shadow Jago's theme.
Unseenable's hologram doubles give Hot Dog Man and Fred Durst some trouble, despite the sheer amount of chocolate starfishes and hot dog flavoured water balls they throw at him. Hot Dog Man slips on the water around the arena and falls flat on his face. Unseenable pulls off a ridiculous Naruto-esque tactic of sending a hologram to perform a body slam from the top rope while secretly hiding inside said hologram to confuse Hot Dog Man and get in a devastating blow. Because that dumb giant shuriken thing in Naruto is so fucking dumb.
It's cool though.
With all of his minions defeated, Reptile Axe stands before the four warriors and challenges them, revealing the dark truth that Evil Axe is actually a mere stand with the power of possession. The stand user controlling the demon. the stand user controlling the demon is David Cage. Does this make any sense?
No!
Does this make any sense? Does this match up with all that was previously established? Does this feel like anything other than a cheap twist that is impossible for the audience to predict? The answer to these questions is: welcome to Cage's world, bitch.
That's good. I love that. That's because that would happen in any one of his fucking games.
And then he dances with a woman in her underpants because David Cage is that kind of creep.
And she has to have short hair.
Yeah, because the PS2 can't render long hair.
Neither can the PS3, and apparently neither can the PS4. Maybe the PS5 will break the trend.
Nah,
it won't.
I'd say it's the one thing about Cage that is like respectable. He has good taste when it comes to hair length for women. That's it. Cage unleashes his ultimate power, the Caged Mind, which is a method of subliminally brainwashing people into believing his work is genius and worshipping him as a god. The Zaibatsu heroes are brought to their knees, slowly succumbing to Cage's incredible power, when suddenly, Mr. McMuscles activates the Titantron, playing the love theme from Omicron. The remembrance of the dark time snaps our heroes out of their funk and grants them the strength of will to resist Cage's power and rise to their feet. Cage then attempts to kill them with Force Lightning, all for them to no-sell it harder than Konami no-sells criticism. Backed into a literal corner of the ring. Backed into a literal corner of the ring. Cage resorts to his final gambit, having Evilac transform Reptile's body into that of the real Evilac. Cage buys his stand time to do this by unveiling the portfolios of childhood pictures he has of the heroes, stun locking them until the transformation is complete.
Wait, hold up.
Continuity.
Exactly. I am like another realm with their fucking lack of continuity.
No,
Hanzo's dead.
No, see, you realise the lack of continuity and do something about it. That's not like NetherRealm at all. And because
I said I'm not like it all.
So because we got to dig at NetherRealm, this is staying in.
Oh fuck, we're recording. Of course we are.
Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that, folks. Basically, I ran out of space on my hard drive, so I had to free up some space for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So whatever it was that Shersha was saying in response to whatever it was I got up to, it's gone. Lost forever.
It's gone.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, it was probably like the rest of this where I'm just fucking losing it at everything you're saying.
Right, okay. So we got up to Cage buys his stand time to do this by unveiling the portfolios of childhood pictures he has of the heroes, stun locking them until the transformation is complete.
Yeah, I remember what I was saying. You wanna explain the the portfolios of their childhood pictures?
No.
Okay, fine.
If you know, you know. If you don't, do some goddamn research. I'm not Wikipedia. I'm not here to hold your hand through this bullshit.
He's not here to hold your hand through anything.
That done, Cage declares, "I will enjoy seeing your emotions play out with more polys in my next game, but for now, you must face Evilac!"
Yes, his next game, Detroit Become Evilac.
Beyond 2 Evilacs.
Fuck, that's actually accurate, though.
Let's see. He then flees to the backstage area. Unseenable tells the others to go while he holds off Evilac, promising Reptile's tag partner Pat that he will save his friend. The other three chase Cage down to Mr. McMuscle's office, where he transforms the room into a creepy sex dungeon with Fembas strapped to a gurney for the sake of art. What is it about the phrase "creepy sex dungeon"? That's so fucking funny.
Because it implies there's a non-creepy sex dungeon. Like, yes, welcome to my Christian sex dungeon.
You know what you're describing there? A Christian sex dungeon. That's just the setting of 50 Shades of Grey.
God, fuck you. Fuck you. All I'm gonna say is, and here's a little inside joke that I guarantee no one will get. This sex dungeon is very haram. I had to get it in there. And to any Muslim viewers, you know exactly what I just said. And if you don't know, well, you don't know.
Cage's power only grows as more people around the world fall under his influence and believe he has talent as a game designer. With this power, he transforms the three heroes into Omicron PD officers and disables their stands. He prepares to beat them into submission, only for the three to throw off the shitty ginger wigs he put on them and go to town on him. With a left hook from Pat, a double axe handle from Wooly, and an uppercut from Mr. McMuscles, Davey Cage is finally defeated.
Take it back! Mario! Bring it back! Mario! No context.
Take it back to the shop and get your money back.
Damn it.
Back in the ring.
This should just be called the No Context Cast. Jesus Christ.
Back in the ring, Unseenable takes advantage of Evil Act's weakened power from its master's defeat to rip its soul from Reptile's body and save him. Evil Act makes one final attempt to destroy Unseenable, only for it to be destroyed by a bolt of lightning from Zubaz as he enters from the crowd. And as we all know, any crime can be forgiven, even if the person doesn't deserve it, making Zubaz one of the boys. Anime was a mistake. Yes, that is in the script. Anime was a mistake.
God damn it.
With the world saved, each hero receives his own ending reward. Mr. and Mrs. McMuscles take a leave of absence from the company to go on vacation. Legends of a duo of skeleton warriors destroying street gangs across the nation become widespread. Zack is left in charge for the...
Oh, God.
Zack is left in charge for the...
Yeah! Zack!
Zack is left in charge for the duration, almost tanking the company by investing heavily in Kickstarter litter boxes. Now, those are deep. That's a deep fucking cut for you, friends.
That is such a deep cut. Oh, I wanted... No, you know what? No, fuck that. I'm not going to explain. Keep going.
Like, if we start to explain every little thing, this thing would be like twice as long.
Yeah, and it's already taken up enough space on your PC.
Pat and Reptile compete for the Tag Team Championship now that the Dreaditors no longer hold the titles. They face off in the end with Cranky and Plague. The outcome is a tale to be told another day.
That sequel never came.
No. I don't know, maybe in 10 years, like the Elwood Chronicles took 10 years to finish. He told me,
my cheeks hurt from smiling so much.
He told me Jacob offers to cut her hair and have a threesome with Wooly and Fembaz, but he turns him down to play Marvel.
Yeah, that's Marvel, baby. That's Marvel. That's Marvel.
Unseenable comes under investigation for the murder of Warren earlier in the year.
He probably burnt.
If you remember that event from book 2, I think it was. Yeah, it was all build up for that. It was all set up for the finale. A long time ago.
Snake out here casually having better continuity and foreshadowing than most video game developers.
However, the police are unable to find Unseenable as he simply shakes his hand and disappears from view. He drops the Unseenable identity and forges a new one by facing down a horde of screeching harpies known only as fangirls. He later debuts in the ZWF under the name Liam Senpai.
Yeah, the senpai! Kawaii in the streets, senpai in the sheets. he had the shirt that said that, by the way.
Zubaz invites other superstars around for tea, which they accept happily. Eventually, Pat gets sick of this shit and puts Baz through a table, declaring how bullshit the whole scenario is.
Hold up, because Zubaz is British?
Fuck Naruto.
I agree with that. Fuck Naruto.
Let's see. Max moves on to start a new division of the ZWF, the Yo Wrestling brand, intended to train a new generation of upcoming superstars such as Doctor Doom, Unruly, and Steve. This leads to a strengthening of the tag division. Awesome. This leads to a strengthening of the tag division, with Unruly allying with Wooly to honour their mutual friend Jerry as the new Wage Redditors, and Benny joining Zack as the team Mass Hysteria. Benny and Zack form Mass Hysteria. Which, let's be honest, is probably the best use of that. It's the best use of that fucking meme ever.
There's gonna be mass hysteria after you finish reading.
Cats and dogs entering tag team matches together. Mass hysteria.
I love that you were able to come up with that. I feel like a lot of people are gonna miss that.
Takahata begins a film career when Marvel Entertainment hires him to replace Tom Hiddleston once he retires from playing Loki. The subsequent.
I thought I was the only one that was like, oh, he'd be perfect as Tom Hiddleston if Tom Hiddleston wasn't a thing.
The subsequent Thor movies received 4 out of 5 stars. Except we all know now that they won't.
Hey, that came true.
Except we all know now that they won't, because the next one stars a woman. So gonna get 5 stars.
There we go. This guy gets it. This guy fucking gets it. And
there is I mean, if Natalie Portman was like buff in the role, I would say yes, but she's not gonna be.
You never know.
And then one last thing: Bunny Hop remains Bunny Hop.
Yep. Just like real life.
Then we have Book 7 DLC Kaiju Fest 2016.
This is where I come in, boys.
Oh yeah, it is you, isn't it?
Book 7 DLC Kaiju Fest 2016. I don't care if he just said it. Upon returning to find his company in shambles, Mr. McMuscles decides to remedy the situation by selling out super hard and announcing a bonus pay-per-view called Kaiju Fest, an event where every competitor must dress as a giant monster or robot and battle in a ring filled with miniature buildings. Mr. McMuscles attends in the costume used in the original Godzilla movie. Damn. He is hardcore enough to remain competitive in the suit despite how hot and cumbersome it is. He's just that goddamn manly. Pat's costume is a Gamera-like turtle so he can hide in his shell like a big coward.
It should have been a
El Julio. Because he keeps spewing shit everywhere.
No, because he has said on numerous occasions that he would rather be a toilet than die.
El Julio competes as a giant Jerry the Predator, an allegory for the large place his fallen friend holds in all our hearts. Aww. Also because he wouldn't have to cut his threads for this one. Liam's costume is a mutant lima bean. When asked for an explanation, he gives a handsome smile that has much the same effect as the memory eraser from Men in Black. Everyone that that tuned in has now forgotten what we were talking about. Max needs no costume, as he can merge with Benny to become Maximilian von Bennywolf. I can't believe I read that right my first try.
I didn't.
Bunny Hop.
I fucking wrote it and I got it wrong the first time.
My English is better than the Englishman. Say what you will, people. Bunny Hop is forced to commemorate in a full bunny mascot suit. He is reluctant but thankful. His costume isn't just blackface.
I don't know why
the event is a great success.
I don't know why blackface is the thing I latched onto for Bunny Hop. I don't know why that was the thing.
The event is a great success, but Mr. McMuscles blows all the revenue on Godzilla dolls, forcing him to come up with another get-rich-quick scheme to save the company. Luffin.
And that's it.
So, all I can say about all of that was, that was quite the experience. I just found something that I need to read out. So, Snake here, managed to get all of the pay-per-view names together, and now I'm going to read them all out.
Well, first.
So, January.
Before that. First is the actual, normal shows. So, the main weekly show is Friday Night Fisticuffs. The post-show, where they talk about it, is Fightopedia. The animated series for a younger audience is Fun Time Adventures.
And now for the pay-per-views. January, Super Bowl Saturday. February, Revengeance. March, WrestleMania. April, Lord of the Scrubs. May, Hell in the Hole. June, Omicron.
No, Con.
July.
Omicron.
Oh, I read that as Omicron because I'm an idiot. Omicron. July, Ustabaz. Fuck me. Ustabayez. How do you say it again?
Ustabayaz.
Ustabayez Takeover. August. SummerSlam. Yeah, we just kept that one as SummerSlam because fuck it, why not?
You have to
September.
push
Night of
like
the
for
Coward.
SummerSlam.
Gotta push Snake for SummerSlam. September. Night of Cowards. October. Shitstorm Spooky Coughs. November. Best Friendsvania. December. Mystery Box. Bonus round. Kaiju Fest.
Yeah.
Published December 11th. 2016. Copyright 2016, 2021. The Fort Snake.
Ah, so it says December 11th. For me, it says December 10th.
Time zones. They're fucking confusing.
So that's we learned something about DeviantArt now, my friends. That's where I posted it.
We learned that DeviantArt does a better job at tracking time than apparently even Discord does.
I gave it the tag Super Best Friends, 2 Best Friends Play, Yo Video Games, 2 Best Friends, and 2_best_friends_play.
Now it should say, the journey has ended, so see you later, fuckers. See you later. Man. That was, I'm scarred now. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. It is currently 5:20 a.m. I was getting ready to go to bed, but now I am just, oh boy, the nightmares. I'm going to see Wooly's Hulk doll asking me why I didn't save him, even if I'm not Wooly for some reason.
And then Evilak appears and like takes away your stand powers.
Oh no, my non-existent stand! Everybody wants to rule the world. Yes, I've come up with a stand.
So I have Crazy Train.
Yeah.
Or it's known.
But you give it a dub
or
name.
as it's known in the dub, Locomotive.
I have such a fucking simple name for mine.
Gone.
Anyone can control the universe. Cause you have dirty deeds done dirt cheap and filthy acts at a reasonable price. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just go down that road.
Fair.
So that's the end of hopefully the first episode of. You know what? I'm just gonna call it no context included.
I was gonna go with the Dweebcast, but okay.
Hey, leave in the comments what you want to choose. Yeah, listen to me, the guy you've never seen before, and not Snake over here. I mean, to be fair, I was in one of your other videos, but not my face.
Yeah, it was the
Twitter word cloud.
yeah.
Me and the. Hey, I hit 60K, and me and my boys. This is me and the boys having fun on Discord.
I've still not edited the one we did of my word cloud.
Because it had.
Not because of that joke. I just keep forgetting to do it.
Do it, goddammit!
Yeah, I can call it the 70k subscriber special. even though that was like 3 months ago.
Every 10K, one of us does a word cloud, and that's your content, people. Say what you want. Snake makes diverse stuff.
Yeah, like for example, tomorrow I plan to record another roster duster. Can you guess what series it is?
Which game?
It's going to be a fighting game.
Okay. Give me a hint. Give me more.
Take your first guess.
Tekken.
You motherfucker.
Dude, you forget I'm Pakistani, or I should say the right way, Pakistani, because saying the other way makes me want to shoot myself. Tekken's in my blood.
It's true. I've seen it. Like, yeah, you cut him up, you just cut him, and then all his little Shaheens start flying out.
What? No, not Shaheen. Fuck Shaheen. Give me Rashid. Now that's the real boy.
No, Tekken's in your blood, not Street Fighter.
I know.
Okay,
I
okay,
wish we had
okay,
Rashid
okay.
instead.
You can pick
Fuck you, Shaheen.
You can pick a different Tekken character to be in your blood.
Jin.
Little Jins just flying out.
He's my main. It's just every now and then a devil Jin flies out.
Yeah.
Maybe the shitty anime version pops out. John Fu is in there as well. Fuck it, get all versions of Jin in there.
Even that fucking wank devil Jin they had in the CGI movie, where he's voiced by fucking Patrick Seitz for some fucking reason. It's like, why?
And Kazuya's voiced by Kyle Hebert when it should seriously be the other way around.
Like, is it any wonder the only voice actor from that film to come back, well, other than the ones who were already playing the roles, like Nina and Anna's actresses, the only ones to actually come back from that film were fucking Katie Tang as Lee, playing Violet, and Jameson Price as Heihachi. Everyone else got replaced.
Wait, Katie Tang played Violet?
Yeah, in Tag 2. He speaks English, and it's Katie Tang.
Fucking awesome!
He has a different delivery for instead of excellent, it's excellent.
Yeah, I've seen it. Wait, are we still recording?
Yes, we are.
In that case, for people who want to know why I lost my shit at KG Tang being in that, he voices the protagonist in Yakuza 7, and I'm a fucking simp for that series.
He's a big dumb Yakuza boy.
I am. The amount of Kiryu cosplays I've done, there are times where I will turn my camera off, go put on my full suit, and come back and act like nothing's different.
If we do a video talking about Yakuza, you have to be in full costume the entire time.
I will, and I will make sure to lock my door so if my family comes in, they can't see just what a huge disappointment I truly am.
Yeah, you think this is weird how long we're still going on? When I used to do Let's Plays, back in 2014, the ones where I got my friends to come around and record with me, and we would just go on for 5 extra minutes after the it's like, okay, it's the end of the episode, we stop playing the game, but we just go on for another few minutes. It's like, but why?
But why? Yeah, I fucking knew you were gonna say that.
It's like a Wooly Let's Play. If all the stop and talk would move to the end of the episode.
So where it should be.
Yeah.
Wooly, that man looks at everything in fighting game terms.
I'm so fucking...
Man, what's the best way I can drink this water? What's the frame advantage?
I'm so fucking mad that Wooly was like, he'd stop in the middle of his fucking KOTOR 2 Let's Play to talk with Little V for 40 minutes, and it's good conversation, but they just leave the game screen there doing nothing, and it's like the best episodes were the ones where they lost the footage and had to use the stream footage, because with the stream footage they're there on camera, so you got something interesting to look at while they're talking. I'm like, just do that for all the episodes, Wooly, for God's sake.
Play the game. Play the fucking game, dude.
You thought Snailborn was bad. Or Snail Souls.
Oh. Look, to be fair, at least Snail Souls had the best moment ever. Our boy Tarkus.
Yeah. Now just to be clear, we're not slating Wooly. We love Wooly. It's just, goddamn dude, hurry the fuck up with your videos, because they go on forever.
I am a massive Wooly fan. I will just let it be known, but I feel like he can accept criticism every now and then. From a random kid in the middle of nowhere.
You're probably like half his age.
I mean, okay, you know what? Now I'm curious. People, how old do you think I am? Just write in the comments. Just go ahead and write in the comments. I want to see the answers to that. You're probably not going to get it right.
Okay, let's stop.
What did you say?
I said that's about enough of that. Let's stop.
Yeah. Was my age thing at the end a bit inappropriate?
I don't know. Let us know in the comments whether that was a bit inappropriate.
You still recording, you son of a bitch?